Happiness Techniques. A Journey to Inner Peace. Allah al-Jundi.
Practice 3. Letting go. Do not suppress thoughts or emotions. Do not try to control them. They arise within the field of awareness, and you are simply the witness. If tears come, go to a quiet space and let them fall. Crying is release, a gentle cleansing, a wash for the heart and the eyes. Do not keep within what needs to flow. When emotions are not met, they don't fade. They settle in the body, quietly stored, waiting to be seen. Over time, the weight of old, unprocessed emotions may take form. Sometimes as visible heaviness, especially in the lower body. It is not just fat, but the weight of memory, a reflection of what remains unresolved within. Repressed emotion is energy not yet free.
Allow it space. Let it fade away. Unbind yourself from the illusions you once believed.
What is felt may simply be. Even if what surrounds you is limiting, allow yourself to be free to let it pass in a gentle, natural way. Your body, your being, are vessels of consciousness. Honor them. Care for them with tenderness. If you love someone, say it. In openness, life flows softly.
Remain gentle.
Let your heart move with grace, ready to receive. Even in rejection, it is part of the path, an opening to grow. Allow past memories to shift, releasing the emotional weight they once held. If forgetting is not possible, then forgive, so that the memory loses its hold on you. And with that gentle release, you move without resistance. Rise in awareness as the wisdom within your life's unfoldings becomes clear. In time, what once mattered begins to fade naturally.
Healing becomes clear when you can recall the past without being pulled back into the thoughts and emotions it once held. That is true release, even if the memory remains.
This is the silent invitation to receive the unfolding of life with awareness, where darkness softens into light, ignorance melts into quiet knowing. Harm dissolves into compassion, hate yields to love, and what was asleep begins to awaken.
Releasing anger. Do not suppress your anger, but allow it to be released in stillness. Never turn it inward upon yourself, nor outward upon another. That much is clear. Witness the shifts in the body as anger stirs. Notice the thoughts it carries, but do not become the state. You are not the emotion. It is but a wave passing through the field of awareness, moved by a spark, hidden or seen. When it rises in moments of lost awareness, it reaches the old layers within, those that were never met or released. The body carries the echoes of what the mind avoids. Anger not released may rest as heaviness in the belly. A question unfolds in stillness. How can this energy pass through you without harm to yourself or to another? Anger is a powerful energy. Let it rise in the light of awareness. Know how to be with it. Do not suppress it, and do not let it take over.
With aware will, energy can be redirected in presence. What invites? The quiet unfolding of energy in spacious stillness.
Let anger flow. Gentle ways for instant release. Run. Let your body move freely. Your mood will shift quickly. Shake. Stand and let your body jump, tremble, and move all at once. Let energy discharge through sudden, quick motion. Exhale. Anger changes your breath. Use that shift. Exhale through the mouth, slowly, longer each time, until the body returns to calm. Scream into a pillow. Close the doors and windows. Hold a pillow close and let the sound be absorbed. Let it all out. Channel it through movement. Punch, kick, lift. Feel how the energy releases through intense physical practice. Cold water. Step into a cold shower. It will refresh your body. Wash with salt to support energetic release. Repeat a phrase. Choose words that hold peace. Repeat them slowly until the energy loosens its grip and leaves you. Allow releasing, cleansing, and liberating ways to take you back home, where peace quietly reveals itself. Let anger become a seed of growth. Dig the earth and plant it with your hands. Let what once rose in fire now rest in soil. Find grounding. Walk barefoot on the earth. Sink into the quiet. Imagine roots unfurling from your soles into the womb below. Let the fire within dissolve into the ground and settle as calm vitality. Be with yourself. Let no echo return. Embrace. Hold yourself as you would a child. With the gentleness of a loving father, let love receive what moves within. It allows all things to settle. Love is stillness in motion, the silent force that heals. Write it all. Thoughts, sensations, what reveals itself. Let the page carry it, then burn it. Let fire finish what words began. Restore. If anger breaks things, let it, but do no harm. When stillness returns, gather what remains, sit with it, let it be your mirror, perhaps even your art. Soften. Clench every part of you. Let the body tremble. Hold, then soften. Do not resist anger. Sit with it gently. Let there be space between you and the state. Watch the sensations, the movements. Let the energy arise, not as you, but as a quiet current within the field of awareness. You are not the one drawn by it. You are the silent witness that sees it pass.
As a reminder for meeting anger with stillness, shake, breathe, channel it, create, embrace, refresh, scream, run, ground it, restore, observe, soften, and write.
Of sadness and excess weight, a gentle release. Your physical body is the body of nourishment. So, pause and ask softly, what is nourishing you? Nourishment settles across all layers through the senses, reflected in thought, felt in emotion, and carried in the unseen. Your form is shaped by what you carry in your depths. No outer shift can last if the roots below it all remain tangled. When the body holds weight, the reason may lie beneath the surface. What you see is just a shadow. Fat may simply be energy waiting to be released. Where it gathers may quietly point to the cause, so you can meet it fully, and the body releases it gently. Excess weight is excess burden, a heaviness made visible with meaning hiding behind its form.
If you carry weight, let these questions meet you and respond with openness, softly. Do I feel what arises without pushing it down? Are my thoughts gentle, or do they weigh me down? Do I trust what is? Do I recognize that I already am? Have I met myself with love, softly, without condition? Are there old voices still echoing in how I see myself? Am I aware of what I'm taking in, not just as food, but as thought, feeling, and impression?
Perhaps the path of life came with many weights, a rough beginning, a tender heart growing in sorrow, a silent ache through the years. You might succeed in losing weight by following a healthy diet and moving the body. But to truly release the excess, you must practice other forms of exercise throughout your life so that balance touches all dimensions of your being. What's truly needed is to meet the root cause of the heaviness. Often it is emotional, a lack of love, of care, echoes of what was missing. And this absence shaped how you moved through life, drawing you perhaps toward more physical nourishment or toward the subtle ache of emotional hunger. With or without knowing, you took in what was heavy on the heart, layers of unspoken sorrow, waves of quiet pain.
And in the stillness, you come to realize that suffering does not arise from life itself, but from the lens through which it was perceived. And in this clarity, freedom begins.
Ask gently, who is the source of my suffering?
In this vastness, have you wondered if you're truly alone? Some time ago, someone dear to my heart returned to the unseen. Since then, they reveal themselves in a passing bloom, in the hush of wind, in a melody that fades like mist. Their light returns with each morning, their presence felt in the stillness that needs no name.
We do not really die.
Death is but a passage.
A soft birth from the womb of the earth.
As you once emerged from your mother's womb, so too shall you pass into formlessness.
Your life is eternal. You are a conscious spirit, ever unfolding through every depth, in a journey without beginning, without end.
Awareness of the moment itself is the greatest blessing, and that is where enlightenment reveals itself.
You do not need to do anything.
Only be as you are, a hollow vessel, like a flute.
You are life itself.
And through openness, the song arises.
You need nothing and no one.
When a person reaches a state of wholeness, they come to realize the truth of their heart.
Their full moon is complete, and the sun of their spirit begins to rise.
The year of sorrow. A year passed over me, and through it, I touched the depth of peace. When my beloved departed, I wept without end. I had never known myself like that before, a complete unraveling. Then, in one quiet moment, everything stopped. Silence, stillness, and at the bottom of grief, I discovered peace, a quiet resting space within my heart. And I was by myself. The intensity of human suffering can awaken us to our spiritual depth. And in that depth, we realize nothing in this world truly deserves such burden. Even when it hurts, you begin to learn.
Do not suppress your grief. Allow it to speak, to move, to flow through. If it is held in, it hides in the shadows of your being, quietly growing, wild and unseen. Not gone, just buried. It deepens each time you turn away, resisting what arises, escaping into distraction, hesitating to face what is here. It takes a quiet strength, a willingness to begin. It is a solitary path, but it leads to peace. Cry when the tears arise. They ease the weight, release what aches, cleanse the heart, soften the eyes. They are the balm that touches the wound without fear. This is what I discovered after years of walking through suffering.
Childhood, for me, was hard. Punishments came often, and I never understood why. I cried more than I can remember. In the innocence of not knowing, I made a quiet vow never to cry again. At that time, I saw strength in holding back my tears, but I didn't know that tears release pain. So it remained, shaping itself into a quiet heaviness, silent, unspoken, settling deep within. Over the years, it grew heavier, a sorrow deepening as I did. Eventually, the weight of it all became too much to hold. Myself, my place in the world, and the life I had built around the silence. I studied, graduated, worked. And then one day, sitting alone behind a computer screen, after long hours in the office, silence spoke to me from a stillness within I did not yet know. It said,
"This is not your way."
That moment was the beginning of my journey. I started searching. I sat in silence. I met teachers, some in the seen world and some in the unseen. I suffered. I learned. And through that, I was released from suffering. And I returned to tears like a child who weeps without a word. I began to seek happiness. No, I no longer suppress grief, pain, anger, love, or longing. All emotions now flow freely, gently, in quiet peace. The moment I accepted life as it is, without condition, definition, judgment. So promise me, my friend, you will cry whenever you need to. Nothing around me changed, but I changed. And now everything appears different, though its color, shape, and form remain the same. Its meaning has shifted.
Observe yourself. When do you reach for sweets? In excess. Light a cigarette. Pour another drink. Turn to anything. just to quiet the ache? Is there another way? Yes. But first, just notice. Watch yourself, gently. Ask, why am I eating this much? Is one piece not enough? Step back just a little from the pull of distraction. Let your awareness rest, not on the habit, but on the feeling beneath it, on the voice within, on what is quietly being said. Express yourself gently in ways that cause no harm.
Enter meditative movement, where the body flows and the mind rests. Walk softly on an earthen trail beneath the canopy of trees. Let your breath guide you as you whisper within. With every step I take, I feel lightness, comfort, peace, and safety. I release all sorrow. Sit upon the earth beneath a shady tree. Close your eyes. Feel yourself surrounded by quiet light. Feel the quiet shimmer at the center of your being. Breathe slow and deep. Imagine roots growing from your feet and from the base of your spine, deep into the earth. Feel them drawing out all that is heavy, all that no longer belongs. Sit in the arms of nature, and when you meet the quiet within, let the roots dissolve. Honor what is by simply being with it. Take a cold shower, let the energy wash through you. Eat some fruit, play soft music, and rest. Remember, you do not need to be accepted, appreciated, or loved to feel whole. You are already worthy, already enough.
Remember, each person expresses what lives within, their thoughts, their emotions, what has been imprinted within. Unless presence is there, then what flows is only light and mercy. Be gentle. Most do not see what they do. Each one believes they are right, shaped by their own conditions, their current seeing, their shifting priorities, and what they call truth. It is not good or bad, only a reflection of their presence and the spaciousness that lives behind it. Reflect how truths softened, circumstances shifted, awareness deepened, priorities rearranged, as spaciousness within gently opened and seeing became clear. Set a quiet intention to welcome what is and let it pass, all that came and moved through your life. Let this be your final whisper before sleep. And each morning, renew the intention in stillness, in presence, whisper to love itself. Set down the burdens of body, feeling, thought, what moves unseen. Let it all unfold into soft, patient, without effort. Let your energy return to wholeness, openness, quiet peace.
You are not alone. I am present. In grounding, you release. You are not the stories they spoke, and neither was I.
breaths of release. When the mind holds too much beliefs, reactions, remembered thoughts, stillness fades. The stream waits, the body quietly restless, the mind dancing with the breeze. Soften yourself, not to vanish, but to be light enough to float in stillness. Dissolve what fills you, so awareness may remain. From this openness, clarity shimmers. A quiet knowing arises to enter true joy, not from gain, but from the soft glow of peace, where nothing is missing. This is how grace prepares the hollow cup.
Is your vessel empty? Open to receive the flow. A quiet absence of resistance, where the mind no longer rejects and the body knows rest. A gentle realization that much of what you suffer is not the thing itself, but a thought, a judgment, a borrowed voice. It is the inner commentator, echoing in the mind, whispering your voice, a trace left by what passed, not by what you are. And in that seeing, you no longer become the movement. Thought drifts, emotion hums, in the quiet where nothing clings and all things pass. The weight lifts, and your steps begin to move without effort toward the way of freedom. When there is no reactivity, suitable action flows like water, finding its way from stillness, not from memory. You no longer need to be loved or accepted. That desire fell away. You remain whole. When the mind is no longer heavy, clarity returns, and creation moves with ease. Focus becomes gentle, attention flows where it is needed, and what is meant to unfold rises without effort. As readiness deepens, so does the arrival. As you open, the unfolding flows with ease. What comes is not taught, but softly revealed, as light resting on the stillness within. And in that light, you remember not who you are, but that you are.